By the end of this video, you're gonna know exactly how to use Chat GPT to compare and contrast. It makes some great decisions. This is one of my favorite prompts. You're definitely going to stick around for the entire video because I'm gonna be dropping nugget. Let me share my screen, let's get into it. Okay, and so we're here in Chat GPT and I'm gonna simply ask it, act as my tech expert. What are the most popular phones available as of December 13th, 2024? Go. Boom, and you can see it's giving me links, it's using Tom's guide. You know, I've talked about this in previous videos. The future of SEO is AI driven, and you know, it's not necessarily about Google. People are gonna be using Chat GPT more and more. So anyway, it's gonna compare these, and I'm gonna use the compare and contrast prompt, which I really like. So let's say I like these top two, and I'm gonna simply pick my two favorite from here. Again, I could click on this link, I could go deeper and deeper and deeper, but I'm just gonna click on this and say, my favorites are the Apple iPhone 16 Pro Max and the Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra. Would you compare and contrast these phones? And boom, display. Boom, comparison. The iPhone focuses color accuracy, performance, comparison. iPhone's A18 Pro chip is likely to outperform in raw efficiency and sustained performance. The Galaxy S24 is high capable and and you can see, boom, camera, battery life, OS, design and build, stylus, price, takeaways. And you know what I'm also gonna do is I'm gonna ask it, please format this list in a table and add a section that gives the phone a rating from 1 to 10, 10 being the highest. So please format the list into a table and add a section that gives the phone a rating for each category from 1 to 10, 10 being the highest. And let's see how this looks. So here's our comparison table. Rating. You could do this for anything. And that's what we're gonna be doing here today. So this comparison table I find is really effective. I like to think in different ways. So this is a way of doing it, but you know what I'm gonna do? And it also, so the Samsung another thing to know, it gives Samsung Galaxy S24 the Max. I'm a Samsung guy too, by the way. I'm not a hater on iPhones, but yeah, y'all do it differently. That's cool, you do you. But what I also think is important here is I could give ChatGPT more context on me personally, right? Who I am, what am I using the phone for? You know, it might rate the camera on the Galaxy a 10, and maybe we can ask it to weight it higher, right? Maybe I can ask it, say, you know, I'm 41, I'm ruggedly handsome, I'm married, I got 2 kids, I run a digital marketing business focused on YouTube and AI implementation. And so you can start to see how you can go deeper on this. But one more thing I just wanna show here is, can you generate this data set in a comma delimited format? And what this will do is this will allow me to basically upload all of this data into a spreadsheet. So if it's in a CSV file, I can simply download it and upload it into a spreadsheet, which is a really cool feature. I could also say, can you put this data into a chart? So you can start to think differently. And that's what I think is important here. And again, you could put more context into this. Again, I have a full prompt list. If you go to aiupdate.ai, you can get that full prompt list with tons of different prompts and ways that you can optimize these data sets and optimize your prompts. And boom, we've got a chart ranking it. I'm gonna do something and you can see it's actually, and this is, I think, cool too. And the better your ChatGPT understands you, the better the recommendations will be. But here's even some recommendations on what you might do there. So I think that's pretty cool. Listen, let's move on to the next one here. Okay, let's move on to the next one. So we want to compare and contrast CRMs, customer relationship management systems. every business owner, everyone that basically works understands that there's all these sorts of different CRMs out there. So let's start that. Okay, so act as my operations expert. I own a YouTube marketing agency and I need to decide on a CRM. Please give me a list of the most popular CRMs and compare and contrast them. Boom, go. Get to work, baby, get to work. So top CRM options for a marketing agency: HubSpot, pros and cons. Cons can become it can be very costly. It's true. Intuitive, user friendly. I like, this is spot on. Salesforce, pros, extremely scalable for growing agencies, steep learning curve, price, go high level. This is actually what I use. Comprehensive all-in-one tool for lead generation and nurturing, highly cost-effective for marketing agencies, managing multiple clients, easy to integrate for YouTube and other social media campaigns, limited third-party integrations compared to others. It's true, may feel overwhelming due to the sheer number of tools. Zoho, Monday, Pipedrive, Active Campaign, Comparison Table, HubSpot CRM, 5 stars, Salesforce, 4 stars, go high level, boom, 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 free, pay, boom, 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 boom. Recommendations for your agency, go high level, best if you want an all-in-one solution tailored to marketing agencies. So I just want to recap what just happened here, okay? I gave it 2 sentences, act as my operations expert, 3 sentences, I apologize. I own it, and by the way, I keep repeating this, the more context, the more information you give it, the better it'll work. You can also create your own custom GPTs that can help, create profiles of context. I'll record a video on that very soon, but act as my operations expert. I own a YouTube marketing agency and I need to decide on a CRM. Please give me a list of the most popular CRMs and compare and contrast them. So boom, it's giving us the features. It's giving us the name of 8, the features, pros, cons. It's giving us the price. It's giving us a comparison table. It's even giving a recommendation. And let's go a step further. Are there any discounts or promotions? I'm just gonna ask, are there any discounts or promotions available? You can start to see how, Google becomes less relevant when you start using a tool like Chat GPT for doing search. Because again, not only is it leveraging the web to search, but it's also leveraging the context and the artificial intelligence that it knows about us, about you. And so again, it's also giving us some links to some various discounts, right? So I think I get a discount here, how to apply for 75% discount with HubSpot, go high level, blah, 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 blah. Annual payments and discounts. So again, I just think that this is another really cool example of comparing and contrasting CRMs. For any growing business, you're gonna need to have a CRM. This is pretty cool. Let's look at another example. In this example, we're gonna look at leadership styles. So we're gonna ask it to compare and contrast the leadership styles of Elon Musk and Steve Jobs and say, go. So what are we getting here? Visionary leadership. Elon Musk, known for expansive futuristic vision. Musk tackles ambitious world-changing projects like interplanetary travel. Steve Jobs. Jobs was a visionary, but focused more on creating revolutionary products. Product focus. Management style. Risk-taking. This to me is like, actually, it was starting to get there. Keep this more concise and share links to references and resources. Give me the information in different formats. And this is, again, being concise is one of my favorite prompts. Again, I think I mentioned it in this video. You can get all the prompts below, but be concise is one of my favorite prompts. Vision and focus, management approach, risk-taking innovation. We've got links, we've got videos. This is pretty interesting too. I'm using Chat GPT, but I'm getting a link to a YouTube video. And by the way, this video is from a channel that only has 200 subscribers. You want to rank in this new world? You want to show up this new world? YouTube, I think YouTube is one of the best opportunities in the world because this is amazing to me. This is amazing to me that I'm using Chat GPT and it's sharing a link to a YouTube video that has 200 subscribers. That's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. Pretty cool. Okay, so that's another example. Compare and contrast leadership styles of Elon Musk and Steve Jobs. Let's look at diets here for a moment. All right, so let's say I am 41. Okay, act as my diet and nutrition expert. I am 41-year-old male, 6 foot, 210 pounds. I would like to burn fat and grow muscle. I run and lift weights about 4 to 5 days per week. What would you recommend for diet? I have no allergies. Please compare and contrast, because that's what we're doing here in this prompt. We're using the compare and contrast tool. And again, what's cool about compare and contrast is, and what you'll start to find is that the more you're using Chat GPT, you'll start to say like, well, I can use these certain prompts anywhere. You don't need to start your prompt with compare and contrast. You might just be working on a project and be 5 layers deep into a prompt. And then you say, okay, now I actually want to compare and contrast based on this information that I have. So I think that's important to know. Okay, so we're gonna ask it to recommend a diet and also compare and contrast the best options. Okay, I think it's also worth noting that AI, in at least the way I see it, is it makes beginners proficient, because you can see that even if I have no history in diet and fitness, I can actually come up with a pretty solid plan from nothing. So it's gonna make a beginner pretty proficient. But what it's also going to do is it's going to help experts become extremely efficient, because as a beginner, I'm not going to know when it messes stuff up. I'm not going to know that. I'm not going to have the expertise. But what will happen is the expert will say, that number doesn't look right. That is incorrect. That is wrong. So if you're an expert and you're leveraging this tool to start to create diet plans or CRM plans or whatever you're trying to do, you can become hyper efficient, because ChatGPT is gonna do the first 85% of the work for you. You just need to do the finishing touches and get it the remainder of the way. So high protein, moderate carb, fat, low fat diet, macro split, pros, cons, carb cycling, intermittent fasting, pros, cons, my recommendation. Let's see what it says here. Protein, 1.12 grams per pound of body weight. Carbohydrates, best approach. Start with high protein, moderate carb, low fat base. Focus on lean protein sources. Choose complex carbs. Example, daily meal plan. Boom. This is just fantastic. Put this recommendation into a pie chart. If I'm doing a presentation to a potential prospect or client, or maybe trying to get my wife to buy into this, maybe I could show her a pie chart. I have never showed my wife a pie chart for reference, okay? Never showed her a pie chart. I do sometimes, I don't know if y'all do this, but I get so inundated with jobs and tasks and YouTube videos and stuff. And so my wife, she'll ask me things that she needs me to do, and I'll say, hey, would you send me an email on that? It drives her crazy. I don't know if y'all do anything like that. So anyway, that's the way you can quickly use the compare and contrast option to put together a meal plan and a diet. All right, let's look at investing. By the way, if you ever have sent your wife a pie chart or your husband a pie chart, anything like that, type it in the comments below. I want to hear from you. Okay, let's go. Oh my goodness, let's do investments. All right. Okay, act as my financial investment expert. Please compare and contrast investing in stocks versus investing in real estate. And I will say that, one of the first things a financial expert is going to do, a financial investment expert is going to do is going to ask questions like, what are your goals? How old are you? How much money do you have in the bank? How risk averse are you? So again, if I was really seriously going deep in this, I would give it much more context. But again, I'm trying to get you jogged. I'm trying to get you moving on this stuff. So please compare and contrast investing in stocks versus investing in real estate. Okay. These are 2 popular ways to grow wealth, each with unique advantages and disadvantages. Stocks, highly liquid, low initial investment, high diversification, passive investment, ease of access, historical returns. Disadvantages, volatility, emotional investing, lack of control, tax implications, real estate, tangible asset, leverage, blah, 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 blah. Key factors to consider: risk tolerance, time horizon, control, diversification, tax strategy. Conclusion: stocks are more accessible, flexible, and suitable for passive investors with a long-term horizon. Real estate is ideal for those seeking tangible assets, rental income, and greater control, but requires significant capital and effort. So we did a quick, just kind of a quick compare and contrasting of two very popular investment strategies. This is where I could start to go deeper and start to ask more questions. And even if you're not sure, and I want to hit this home. I think it's really important. Even if I'm not sure what I should be asking, ask Chat GPT what to ask. And watch what I do here. Both of these options are interesting. What questions can I answer to get And so I'm simply saying, hey, both these options are interesting. What questions can I answer to get closer to a decision? And so my point here is that if you're ever stuck, if you're not sure, if you've got a question in your head, ask ChatGPT. Ask the AI, and it will help guide you. And I think this is where I talk about taking you from beginner to proficient and taking you from expert to efficient. Because you can just start to get there much further. And what I would do here at this next step, right after I'd ask this, is I would go through here and I would just ask these questions. I would answer these questions. So how much capital do I have in invest? I'm just gonna answer a couple and see what it says. Let's say I have 100 grand. I do have a stable emergency fund of 6 months. I have a solid credit score. See what I'm doing here? Do you see what I'm doing here? I am risk averse. I want long-term wealth creation. I don't want to spend lots of time. I own a business. I don't need liquidity. Okay, again, you can see the more information I put into it, the better it's going to be. But let's see what it says for us. Pros and cons, pros and cons, pros and cons. And let's see if it's going to make a final decision. Also, I'm giving you a lot of asides here. Never stop critical thinking. This is a tool to help empower your critical thinking, but never stop thinking critically, right? So this is interesting too. Given that you're risk averse, want long-term wealth creation, and don't have the time to actively manage investments, stock may be a better fit. However, if you're still drawn to real estate, consider real estate investment trust as a hybrid solution. And I've never even heard of a real estate investment trust. Actually, I think I have. But anyway, if you've never heard of this, well, oh my goodness, I just got a new idea. I got something that I hadn't thought about before, and now it's even prompting me, it's prompting me, would you like to explore? Yes. What questions should I ask? So again, this video is not really about real estate investing. It's comparing and contrasting. So go out, start trying your compare and contrast prompt now. Start using it day to day. Start thinking critically, and see what else can come from this. And if you like this video, I really appreciate you subscribing, liking, and commenting. It makes a huge difference. It helps us reach thousands more people with this message, so more people can get in on working smarter, not harder. Thanks for subbing. I'll see you in the next video, all right? Peace.